joined by Dr. Hanri de la Harpe, the original and the founder of Equilibria School of Life. Dr. de la Harpe, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you so much for your time and just for your amazing mentorship in this incredible gap year program that has now come to Every Nation Randburg's premises. So we are so excited and thank you so much for your time. Hanri, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions tonight. Equilibria School of Life was your brainchild. So how did it start? How did everything happen? How did Equilibria School of Life get going? And just tell us a little bit more about the journey.
Okay, thank you, Riandi. It's such a great pleasure to be with you guys. Such an honor to be still part of this wonderful journey. So it's great to be here. It all started about 11 years ago when I was teaching at the Northwest University as a lecturer there. And I have actually realized there as a lecturer that many of the students who came to university were either lacking coping skills and not really capable of handling the demands of modern life, as well as a great number of them make career mistakes. So at that stage, I tried to rectify the situation by offering them short courses while I was actually teaching art at that stage, and it was just optional courses that they could take. But it was so in demand, the courses, that I realized that young people really needed to get to know all these various dimensions of life to prepare them for life. And that gave me the idea to actually condense all of these courses into one gap year program and actually offer that as a separate course post-matric before students go into life, because I felt that it was actually a little bit too late. If you already made a career mistake, then it should have been prevented actually. So the idea of Equilibria was to prepare them, make them ready for life, give them all the skills that they need to go into life stress-free and feeling confident and self-confident, and also obviously to make the correct career decision.
Oh, that's amazing. And I think it is just so inspirational just to know that it started at a place of an absolute need. And I've spoken to many of the previous Equilibria students, and that's exactly what it fulfilled for them, is that absolute need to know where they're going in life, to build that self-confidence, and just to make a success out of the career choice that they make at the end of the day. So you guys have definitely succeeded in building that in 11 years. It's absolutely amazing. Why do you think, Hanri, does every student need this program? Why do they need this, to be successful in life?
Riandi, today's life is far different than when I was young, for instance. We live in extremely, I would always say, dangerous living circumstances. It's very demanding. You got to have your self-management skills, your time management skills, your character. All those things need to be in place for you to succeed in today's modern life. So also in terms of careers, one of the big problems that we see nowadays, especially with the fourth industrial revolution that's coming up, that there are so many new career options that many of the school teachers who attempt to actually guide students to career guidance is completely at loss. They simply haven't got the knowledge to understand how to help and direct. And many young people have experiences where they actually go to career coaches, they do a couple of tests, and maybe a recommendation is made to them, but they often feel just as lost after that, or they realize too late that it was actually a wrong decision. So I think why every young person needs this is, first of all, I think when you are at school, while you're at school in matric, it's a stressful environment and you don't really have time to do proper career research, to take this journey systematically from one point to the other. And the program that we have developed really help young people to earn all the skills that they need to make the correct career decision.
Absolutely, Hanri. Just to share a little bit of my story is I actually did very well at school in economics. And because I did well, I thought and I believed, because there was not really all that much time to make these decisions, I believed that I needed to go study economics. And I entered the varsity world and I did economics and econometrics. And I still to this day believe that God had a plan because I met some of the most amazing people, in my first year. But I changed my course in my second year. And that was because I made a decision based on what I thought, was my best mark in grade 11 and grade 12. And it was not really my interest. And I think this course just puts everything together for the student in order to make the correct decision that will impact your success going forward. And that's why I'm also so passionate and so honored to be involved with Equilibria Season 2. And then it brings me to my next question, Hanri, is you have recently handed over Equilibria School of Life to Every Nation Randburg. After 11 years that it's been, with you, and you are still in a mentorship position. I know you take calls from us every single day. Thank you so much for that. But what drive the decision to hand over the project? Why is there Season 2? What is your focus now? And just tell us a little bit about the decision that was made.
All right. Well, the question why I have chosen Randburg, Every Nation, is because Pastor Sergey Solomons, who was teaching at Equilibria, was always one of our backbone lecturers, So he has always had it in his heart to say he actually wanted somehow to transplant what we are doing in Equilibria into Randburg Every Nation Church. And we've been thinking about it for a while. But then my own personal circumstances have changed, certain things happened in my life personally, which just made, helped me to make a decision that it's time for me to focus on other things in life. And so I thought it was just the end of this for my personal involvement or entire involvement, So I started talking to him, and I mean, he is just so passionate about helping young people to find their niche and to develop and to grow. And also another aspect is because he's a pastor, Equilibria was always known and is still known as a Bible-based institution. It's a Christian finishing school. So I just felt that the combination of a church environment and the idea of grow would actually work very well together. So I think that was the main drive behind choosing Randburg.
Well, we feel very honored. I know it could have gone. I know people would have done anything to also present this course. So we from Every Nation Randburg, we are so honored that it came our way. And then Hanri, the next question is, you are busy with the Equip program at the moment, and it will also form part of the Equilibria Season 2 modules and part of what we do. Please may you just share a little bit about the Equip program, what is it for? Just tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, so the Equip program is a career development app that we have developed to help young people discover their career through 6 or 7 phases online. It is the result of at least 10 years of intense experimentation, trial and error, research and development to establish a career program in Equilibria, which we believe is really addressing every dimension of career guidance. So based on that, we decided that we can enroll out the program as an online platform that is actually available for more people. More people can do it. You can basically follow the exact program that we are doing in Equilibria, either on your own or with the help of a career coach. So we have career coaches that work together with us, and they are just a phone call away. They can consult with students who feel that they get stuck throughout the process, but it's also written in a very user-friendly method, 6 phases where you start, navigate yourself from phase 1 to phase 6. And yeah, it gives you the tools and the techniques, the thinking strategies. It gives you the questions that you need to ask. It gives you the tests that you need to do to eventually understand yourself, your own passions, and to bring yourself and your own unique character in line with the world of work. And then it actually ends with a platform where you can start doing intense research about, you know, your career choices, making sure that you ask the right questions to the right type of people, and in the end actually get the kind of information that you wouldn't normally get when you do career decisions.
Well, that's absolutely amazing, Hanri. And I'm so excited that it's also part of Equilibria Season 2 as well. And it's definitely something that I think all students need, is that absolute career guidance and just, you know, step-by-step process in order to help them make the decisions that they need to make. Hanri?
Exactly. Sorry.
Yes,
I just wanted to say that I think one of the, now that you say a step-by-step program, what we often found is that students jump around when they make career decisions. It's very sort of, you know, a touch here, touch there, and it's a disordered way of just trying your best to make sense out of the chaos. But this program really takes you from A to Z, and it helps you structure your thinking, that it's followed in a logical way, and empower you to make the decision based on systematic and analytical, rational thinking. So I think that's where the strength of the program lies.
Oh, that's amazing. And I think, yeah, that step-by-step process is so important, because at the end of the day, there's so many things that can actually influence your decision, which is also parents or peers and, you know, people that's, you know, personal relationships in your life. So I think it's important that you go through a systematic process in order to make the decision, and not, you know, listen to everyone's stories and then make a decision at the end of the day. I think that systematic decision-making process is very important.
Absolutely.
Hanri,
well, I wish you luck, and I know that you guys absolutely have the expertise, and, you know, I am still part of the mentorship part of this program, so I'm looking so forward to Equilibria Season 2 in Randburg. I think it's going to be a great success.
Well, thank you so much, Hanri. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much for your time.